I'm Kara. Welcome to my craft room. I have been working on all these really cool Cricut pop-up cards. Everything is all access. So if you have, so it's very easy. The directions though, they're a little tough. So I added some on the Cricut program is just this, but I thought I would make it a little more fun. Do some confetti, do happy birthday. I also put congrats because since this is just balloons, it doesn't necessarily have to be for a birthday. You can do it in the school colors and do it for graduation, right? Or Father's Day or anything like that. So we did this, and then you open it up and you've got your nice little box of balloons there. I added some more confetti on the inside to make it a little more fun, a little more colorful. So let's go make it. Here we are on the front page of Cricut. Now, all of these pop-up cards are found on the front page, are in the idea section, not in the image section. So you're going to put pop-up cards, do a search, and here you go. I have made almost all of these, and pretty soon it will be all of them. So if you want to see, and this pineapple one, you see this pineapple one? I just posted that, and I made it into a cactus pop-up, so you can go check that out. Anyway, we are going to do the balloons today, the balloon pop-up card, and you're going to hit customize. Now, you see how this is all grouped together, but I'm not going to show you about cutting out the envelope and stuff. It's very easy. Once we get to the desktop, I'll show you what I do. So you're going to go down here to actions, and you're going to hit ungroup. There we go. Now everything's separate, and we can delete the envelope just because you don't need it all in here. Of course, instead of doing that, you can hit undo. Instead of doing that, if you are going to cut out the envelope, you're going to go over here to layers, and see how it's highlighted right there? You go down here to the bottom of layers and just hit I, and see it takes it off, but it's still there. So when you're ready to make it, then you can put it back on, or just move it out of your way. It's up to you. Okay, we're going to do 4 different images for this project. So you're going to go into images, and we're going to search. All Cricut images start with a pound and capital M. Then the happy birthday one is 37C38, 37C38. There you go. You're going to click on that, and it's going to load it down here in the bottom where next to insert. Okay, here in a second, I will put up the list of the 3 other images that you need. I'm not going to sit here and have you watch me type everything in there. I'll do it fast forward. Get all 4 of these images onto your canvas, and we will get everything ready to cut out. Okay, now we've got everything over here on the canvas. Okay, first we're gonna do this congrats just a little bit. We don't need the stars around it, so we're gonna go into layers. We're gonna highlight in gray all the little stars, and then you go down here to the bottom and you click on the eye, and that gets rid of them. Then we are going to make we're going to use the brand new offset that we just finally got on the app. I know that the laptop has had this whole time. Well, for some reason, there we go. Oh, I had to find it. It's so new, I don't even know where to find it. Okay, now I don't want it quite that thick, so I'm going to slide this, and it's going to make it smaller, because this No, but I still want it solid in that C. So let's pull it out a little bit more until we absolutely get it solid. So it looks like 0.479. Okay. So that is done. We'll hit done. There we go. Now we need to go back into layers and we need to change the color. Okay. So first we need to change the offset color. Hold on. I'm just going to pull this off because it's easier that way. There we go. I am going to change that to white. So you're going to go into edit and you see over here where it says basic cut. I'm going to make that white. Okay. This, we're going to make it to the dark pink, the same as everything else. So we're going to stay in edit and then put it the bright pink. We're going to make all these pinks the same, so don't worry about it if it's a little different. Okay, there you go. Now we need to group these together so it's easier for me to do the size. So for this, it is going to be 2.45 high. So we're going to go back into edit. You see the height right here? We're going to change that to 2.45. There you go. Congrats, it's done. Happy birthday. We're going to go back over here to layers and find it. The one I did is I changed this background color to yellow. But you, of course, all of these colors you can change to whatever color that you would like to use. Okay, if it's for a guy and you want to do more masculine colors, it's not a big deal. Go for it. Then we've got this rectangle. This is going to go on your front. Okay, and oh, I'm sorry. I forgot something real quick. We're going to change the background to white on this because I want it to pop off of, there we go, on the happy birthday. Now that happy birthday's almost done, we're going to change the size here in just a minute. Let's go ahead while we've got this on here and change the color on this. You see up here in these balloons right here, see? You see how there's a lighter blue and a darker blue? We want to change this to the lighter blue. So we're going to go back into edit and you're going to go up here and all your colors that are actually being used on this project are up here at the very top. Okay, so we want the lighter blue. Okay, and we're gonna work on all this here in just a minute. Okay, and the size is 1.5 inches high. I'm sorry, wide. Width is 1.5. Okay, and your height. Okay, I'm gonna show you this. This is kind of your guide. You see how this is a 5.5 height? That's what we want for the rectangle too. So whenever you really want to put a stripe down any of these, you just go in there and figure out how tall you want it. Okay, there we go. Now you will see that before I unlock this little lock, see this little lock button down here between width and height? When you want to change both of your sizes, then you unlock it, but we don't want to do that anymore, so we're going to lock it. Okay, so the rectangle is done. Your congrats is done. Let's go ahead and change the size on the happy birthday. And we're going to do width again, but we're going to make sure that that's locked this time. And it's going to be 3.75. There you go. Just like that. And then here, we are going to do this and we're going to change the size first. And then we are going to duplicate it and change the color so you've got enough confetti to make everything. 4 height, 5 width, we're good to go there. Then we want to change this to the lighter blue. Okay, it's already there. Oh, I bet it's this one. We're gonna change all those here and I'm gonna show you in just a minute. I think this is this color of the balloons. So let's go in here and see if that's right. Yes. Okay. So you've got the darker blue here and here. Then you've got the lighter blue here and here. It all depends on what you want to make it. It's fine. And then you've got the light blue here. Now we are going to duplicate these and make 4 different colors. So we need 3 duplications. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. Let's pull these out. Now, the best thing is to go ahead and get your sizes all done. And if all of these were going to be the same color, I would get the color done. And then that way you don't have to go to each one and change the sizes and the colors. So we're going to go back to edit. You see down here where it says basic cut blue. Okay, we want the bright pink. Okay, then we want the yellow. And it doesn't matter if these colors match exactly. Okay. All you need is for you to know these are all yellow, these are all, and this saves you paper and time and everything out. So we've got the light blue, the pink, the yellow, and I actually changed this balloon to a purple. But again, you change it to whatever colors you want. And I think I put the bright purple in there for mine. And then I want to change this to the same color. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to check in sync. I like to keep my cards all the same color. You know, the same basic colors all the way through. Not only is it good design-wise, but it's also good cut and paper-wise. So, we're going to go down here in between edit and layers. Let's take the layers out and turn on sync. And this will tell me and make sure I have all of my colors right. So, here's all your white. Here is your yellow, your dark pink, your purple, your light blue, your dark blue. Okay, so there you go. We're only using 6 colors. Now, if on this, you're going to use the pens. And I just matched them to the same color pens. The light blue, the purple, the yellow, and the pink. But if you don't have pens, or you don't have a holder, or you don't want to mess with that, then just take some of this leftover confetti down here and color the white box, or just change this box. First, you're going to, hold on. First, you're going to go in here. Oh, wait, whoops, layers. This is just, if you're going to use your pens on your box, then just go ahead and go on and hit make it. But if you don't have pens, you want to do something different, you're going to go in here. Okay. We're going to have to get rid of all the pen marks. Okay. So you're going to highlight it gray, and then you're going to just hide it. Just hit this little, because later on you might want to make it again with the pen marks. So you don't want to have to redo it. There you go. So now you've only got the scores and the cuts. So you can either take your leftover confetti and then it'll match the background of your card and put it on there. Or we can change this to a completely different color. Let's change it to the purple. Just like that. Okay. So that's only if you don't have the pens and stuff to do that. And you can do that with any of the cards that I make. So there, we're done. Hit make it and get everything cut out. And I'll meet you over at the craft table. We are at the craft table. You can see it's well loved. I use it a lot. And I use art glitter glue. It's a really good paper-to-paper glue. It dries really fast. I like getting the small one with the small tip to use with the replacement. It will be linked down below in the description. Also, here is the envelope that goes with this. Okay, these all fold in, and you can do it any way you want. It doesn't really matter. Now, I ordered a ream of this really light copy paper in the larger size. It's 12 by 18, and that is also linked in the bottom. You don't need me to show you how to do that. On this, I used these 4 Cricut colors. You can use whatever colors that you like. That goes onto here. If you don't have pens, you can either change this from color blue. You can make it, change it from the stripes and the pens. I know I talked about this on Canvas, and I'll do it again. You can change these stripes into just this whole thing into a solid color. Or you can take the leftover confetti that we're not going to use and decorate it on here. Okay, so you don't have to have a pen to do this. Okay, now my next tip, I put everything on paper plates. I keep them separate because then it's easier for me to, make decisions on all this. So here is the inside of our card and the front page with now if you're going to do the congrats or the happy birthday, or you can change it to whatever you'd like. You can, and of course, we already talked about this, you can change the colors. If you want to say this for a guy and he's not big on pink, you could change all of these to a darker blue or a red or a green, and they would still look really good. This is going to go on top of the yellow, the pink is, okay? And you don't have to put a ton of glue on here. It's just a card. If it was something that you were going to handle all the time and it was going to get lots of wear and tear, and you're going to match this up exactly, then you would use more glue. Okay, let's see. There we go. Just like that. And we'll match up the ribbon on the just like that. And then we're going to put it on this, the base. And with the congrats, we're going to do the exact same thing. So you don't have to watch me do that. I'm just so happy that they have finally added the offset feature to the app instead of just on the laptop version. So that makes me a very happy lady. Okay, there we go. And we're going to go ahead and get a bunch of this gluing done so it can be drying in between. Okay, there we go. There's our... Now, this is what I always suggest. Do not go ahead and glue all this stuff down, because if you mess up the inside of the card, then you'll have to redo everything because you've already glued this down. What we'll do is we're going to go ahead and make it all. Then we'll wait and glue everything on after we finish the inside. So that's the way it's going to look right there. So we want to put some of the confetti on this little stripe here. So let's set this aside and we're going to let it dry. And then we're going to do the confetti on here. And like I showed you, I've got it, see, my different colors. Now, this is the same color as this. We're going to use this on this blue on the inside of the card. We're not going to use it on this because, of course, it's the exact same color. So usually what I do on the front is since you have a larger space, let me show you these real quick. Okay, we're going to put confetti in here, in this blank space. So we're going to probably use the bigger ones because it's a bigger space. Since this is a smaller space, let's use the smaller pieces of confetti. Okay. And it doesn't have to be exact. It doesn't have to be perfect. You do it how you want it. It's your card. But we are just going to kind of first scatter all the purple. And actually this comes off of, of this. You see where this is, and so does this yellow. So actually I'm using some of the cutouts and some of the polka dots from the actual balloons, okay? And the actual different part of, okay? So we're gonna just kind of pick a couple places. We wanna kind of scatter them around. Where are we at? There we are. I just wanna make sure you can see what we're doing. And I have a little sponge that's barely wet over here, and I will wet my finger a little bit if I want to grab onto some smaller things. But here, we're going to pick the bigger things among the smaller things. I know, that's funny. So to do, and then we'll fill in with the smaller pieces here later. Okay, so let's say we want to put this one right here. Again, you scatter them however you want. It's your card. Okay. Then we have a yellow star that's left over from, let's put it down here. And I've got the little sprinkle shape, like cupcake sprinkles right here. Okay, and the star down here. Now remember, you're going to have a little bit of a gap here. So if some of them may show through, it doesn't matter. Or you can go ahead and set this here. I don't like that there. Isn't that funny? I will end up covering that up right there. See, just like that. Okay, so let's move this over a little bit. And if you need that to put the guide just like I'm using, then go for it. Okay, and you can put an extra copy of, an extra color of this confetti. You can go ahead and cut it out if you want, if you think you're going to need it. I don't think you're going to need it. We're not going to use that much on the inside, so we can kind of use up all this smaller on the inside. Okay, now I know that from the end of this pink all the way down here, I don't need any confetti. So I'm going to move it, and I will make sure I cover this spot. Okay, so let's do a couple more yellows. Let's put one here. Okay, there we go. And maybe this kind of little half squiggly thing. Let's put it, let's see, how about here? There we go. Okay, but I want it facing a different way so it doesn't blend in with the others. There we go. And let's put some more pink on there. That's what we need. We need more pink. Okay, let's do one of the dots here because we don't have any dots up there. And I'm going to do one of the larger ones. Okay, well, if I can get it up off of this piece of paper, off of this paper plate. There we go, just like that. And something for right here. Let's see, I'll do a sprinkle here. Let's go this way. There we go. Okay. How's that? Now let's double check this. Oh, that's looking really good. Look, we just need something right here. And I say another pink because you just have yellow and purple down here. So let's put a little dot of glue here. And what do we want to use? How about one of the smaller dots? They don't want me to pick them up today. There we go, just like that. There you go, look. Already done. Okay, we're gonna set both of these aside and let them dry. Okay, now we're gonna do these and we'll go ahead and get all the confetti done. Now, I tell everyone to make sure that you leave these open and let them dry at least overnight or at least a few hours, because you don't want the cover to still have glue on it and it glues inside the envelope, or these to still have glue on them and when you close it, it glues your card together. Okay, we don't want that. Okay, let's put the, your little gift box, your little box of balloons is all gonna sit way up here at the very top. And that's why I kind of wanted to fill in here because it just kind of felt really plain. And we'll leave enough room, where you can write congratulations, or you can write love mom, or, whatever you're doing. I just gave this to my sister and we all just signed kind of here and there all over it. And it turned out really cute. And on this one, we're going to start with the bigger confetti. Okay, so let's do these big pieces right here, these big curly pieces. Okay. So as long as we're not putting anything in here, we've got all the rest of it open. Okay. And let me show you this real quick. Once we put it inside the card, this blue is going to show through. See, all the edges are going to be blue. So it's going to be really nice and colorful. Okay, let's do a purple. So we'll use less of the blue color, even though it's the lighter blue, just because because all of these are all going to be blue, so we don't want them to be too. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm taking each of the same piece of confetti, but I'm making sure that I turn it so it doesn't. And now let's do the opposite side. Here's the big squiggly. And of course, again, you can put your confetti wherever you want. That's the nice thing about this, is it's very forgiving. Okay, here is the big purple. Okay, let's do that real quick. Okay, let's see. How about, yeah, right there. How's that? Right there. Then some yellow. And we use the bigger pieces, and we'll fill in with all the little smaller pieces here in just a minute. Okay, so you can fast forward to this and send it. Let's see, I want this more farther down here. And you can go ahead and fast forward to the end where I'm completely done with this and just pause it and just look up and do whatever you want. Okay, that works also. And sometimes you are going to get a little spot like that. It didn't pop out when it was on the mat. And boom, just like that. Okay, how about we do that here? And you scatter your confetti wherever you would like it to be. Okay, let's do some of this light blue. Okay, let's figure out how to put that in. Okay. Let's see, how about right there? Okay. As you can see, this is a smaller thing. It doesn't matter. You can do them all in one size. You can change them around to different sizes. Totally your call. But as you can see, I'm just slowly building this with all the big pieces. Okay, we've got pink, purple, blue. Now, let's put a few more pieces in there. We don't have a zigzag pink over here, so let's put a zigzag pink over here. Right there. And we either put a purple or a blue one over here. Let's do this blue right here. Let's do a zigzag blue over here. So I made this for my sister, my older sister, and she really liked it. So I think whoever you're giving it to is really going to like it too. Okay, now let's see. How about we need another blue up here. We'll do a zigzaggy. Okay. Oh, we're going to change it to go the other way. And let's see. Let's do one more yellow over here. No, those all down. So I'm going to do this one up. Again, we're going to fill it in with a lot of little pieces. And so you will definitely see it coming to shape here in a minute. Just like that. And you kind of want to, you know, move them around and change them around a little bit here and there. Okay, let's do this little purple zigzag. Well, if I can get it picked up. I also picked up a couple dots, so let's go ahead and do those two while I've got them in my hand. Okay, let's do a purple zigzag right here. And then I've got a couple of the little dots, the purple ones, and we want to put them out here where there aren't any purple. And like I said, I will wet my fingers a little bit and just put them on my fingers. You can use tweezers if it's easier for you. But as you see, you're going to have a little bit of glue kind of squish out from behind these. And this is why I want you to make sure that you are letting it dry really good, because you don't want to glue your card together. Okay, let's do a pink here. And this is why I do keep doing it in, you know, each color one by one, because I want to make sure that it's kind of scattered around, you know. Okay. How about we do this other sprinkle right here? Here we go. Okay, we're getting there. Slowly but surely. Let's go ahead and finish this page. This one needs way more yellow. So let's do a bigger, this bigger zigzag yellow. Okay, how about right there? There we go. And then let's do some other yellow pieces. Let's do one here and one here. We'll do a sprinkle here and then one down here. Okay, I'm going to do a bigger dot down here. Then I'm going to do a sprinkle up here. Oop. Here we go, like that. And probably another dot right there. And then I'm going to kind of sit back and look, and I think we need something yellow right up here. So I'm going to put one little dot there, and let's do a little tiny yellow dot. No, it's not tiny, it's just smaller. Okay, how's that? Now, I think we need some more of the blue. So we need one right here and at least one right here. Okay, so I'm going to do a sprinkle. First, I'm going to do a dot here, and I'm going to do a sprinkle here. Okay, let's do it. Let's change it out there. So you're just going to keep adding until you like it. Okay, I like that side. You don't have to, and then there's still plenty of places for you to sign or whatever you'd like to do. Okay, there's that one. We're going to set that aside to dry, and let's finish this one real quick. Okay, we have got one more medium, kind of small pink, this kind of half zig here. Let's put that over here in the corner. Okay, let's do one other. Let's do a big pink dot right here. There we go. And one more small pink dot, say right here. There we go. Just like that. And then let's do the small blue zigzag right here. And do it like this. There we go. And let's do a blue sprinkle right here. Okay, this one isn't quite as long as the other, so that'll fit just good right there. And we have one more blue star. And remember, all of these are going to be blue. So let's do the blue star right here. I'm going to make sure you can still see me. Sometimes I'll get busy and push the paper and I'll be out of your picture. You don't want that. There we go. And again, that's the star that came out of the balloons. We need more purple. And I don't think I want to use this big giant one. So let's use this small zigzag. It's kind of a half zigzag. Okay. And we will put it here. There we go. See that? Okay. And we need a yellow something up there, don't we? Let's do a big yellow dot about right here. Okay. There we go. And we need more purple. So let's do a purple sprinkle here, which again is these kind of long oval pieces right there. And we need just a couple more littles. We need something up here. Let's do another purple. We'll do a small purple circle right here. Again, I'm going to do more of these other colors than I am going to do the blue because all of these white cutouts are all going to be blue. Okay, I want to do one more pink right here, a small one. And I'm just kind of looking to see what you know, kind of evens everything out. Okay, we've just got one more space right here for a purple. And how about we do a dot? Let's see, do I have one? Here's one. That's the perfect size right there. We don't need anything big there. And there we go. Look, here's both of your pieces. Okay, and remember they're going to go in like these slits here are going to go in like this. Okay, we're done with the confetti. Okay, there we go. And we are going to go ahead and glue these into our card. Now, a lot of times you're not going to glue these first. You're going to glue in your tabs, which you can still do that. But I did the rose bouquet one. And it actually, for me, worked out easier, and for you too, to just not glue here, right here. Because your tab, hold on, let me get the thing. Here you go. Your tabs are going to go, or they're going to slide, they're going to be bent. Okay, it's going to be bent like this, okay? And then each tab is going to slide right in like this. Yep. Well, okay, you see that? All the way up to the fold right there. So really, you're only going to glue right here, and then you'll go in the back. We'll put glue on the back of this tab, and then after we're done, we'll go in and put a little bit of in it on the front, and that'll be good enough, because it's a lot harder to do these pages with the actual balloons and stuff attached. And I ended up bending all my balloons and everything. Which, if you do, I will show you a hack here in a minute on how to fix that. Okay, your pages, I always dry fit everything before I do it. You saw me do it with the happy birthday thing. Okay, I'm always going to dry fit and make sure I've got everything where I want it. You're going to want about the same distance here and here and here. And then you are going to get about 1/4 of an inch distance here in the middle. Okay, you want to make sure that you've got these even, you know, across and across up here. Okay, you're going to do just like that. And we're going to just glue around the edges and a little bit in the middle, but we're going to make sure we don't glue anywhere near this slot. You can to the back here, you just can't do it right here because that's where our thing is going to go in. So first we're going to go around the edges. Okay, just like this. There's a triangle that didn't quite, there we go. Okay. There we go. And I can glue here. I just can't glue where our tab is going to go in. Okay. Now, we're going to go back and fit it just how we did a second ago. You're going to do it just about the same distance, up, down, on the edges, just like that. There we go. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's a handmade card. That's part of its charm, is that it's not perfect. If we wanted a perfect card, we would go buy one. But boy, have they gotten expensive. My goodness, all of a sudden. I mean, this probably costs you, what, 50 cents maybe? Okay, remember, not here where the tab is. Okay. You know, by the time you add up the paper and all that, maybe 50 cents. Unless you don't have access and then you bought the pattern. But still, you can use this over and over. You can use it for anything. You can use it for happy. Because it doesn't really, it has balloons, but you give balloons for everything. You can do get well. You can do, okay. Now, we've got all of that done. Okay. And I forgot to warn you, which doesn't matter because this dries clear, not to watch out for putting glue where this cutout is. Okay. Which that's why I was kind of doing the big circles there. So, but I should have warned you ahead of time. Okay. There's that. Okay. And we're going to set it aside open so it will be drying. And now all you got to do is make the little balloon thing. So here we go. Okay. First, take your base. You're going to fold both of these tabs up. Okay. And then you're going to fold on each one of these scores. And we're making a box. Okay, just like that. Right here where each one of these pen marks started, and then the little tab, fold that down too. Okay, and then we're just going to glue this tab into this inside and make a box. Okay, so I'll put a little bit of glue here, and that's another reason why I like this art glitter glue. You don't have to sit here and hold it forever. It glues really fast. Now you want to make sure that it's flat on the bottom and that your fold for your tab kind of meets up right there on your edge. See that? See how that meets up really close? Okay, there you go. You got your box. Now, first thing, you've got 4 of these balloons. Okay, you've got 2, and double check before you put them in there. Look, I've got a little square thing here that didn't pop out. So just double check. Make sure you got all your stuff popped out. And you've got 2 that have the slits on the bottom and 2 that have the slits on the top. See? Okay, we are going to start with the 2, and it doesn't, whatever colors that you've got, doesn't really matter. You know, you can change these to any color. You're going to start with the 2 with the upper slits. Okay, so do you see these little openings down here? And then these little slits here? These little tabs are going to go into those openings. So you know, look, see, this one doesn't have the opening. So each one of these sides has the little opening. So you know that's the way it's going to go. Okay, so you are going to slide these in. This little lip is going to go in here, and these little tabs are going to stick out right here. Okay, so you're going to slide this in here. And you don't have to be super rough or super easy with it. Okay, let's make sure this gets in its tab there, and it slides all the way down. Well, if I can get it in its thing, there we go. Uh-oh, the other side came out. That's okay. All of these are one of those things that you just keep fiddling with until you get it. There we go. Do you see how both sides of that has come out? Except I didn't pull this one all the way out. There you go. See that? Can you see that? Okay, that's how we want both sides to be. So I am going to go ahead and put this back in its slit. Now the other side may kind of come out, but I'm going to try it for it not to. See this side and this side, they're both out. Okay, we're going to do that same thing with the purple. Okay, let's try and do it this way. Let's go in first and get the top set in its slits. Okay. There we go. Let's get this side in. And then we will work on getting the little tabs in the bottom out. And that's going to give us stability. Oh, look, this one's already trying to do it itself. There we go. And then look, you see down here? I'm just going to get it right. There we go. See? Now the first one should have done that. See how easy that was? Do you see that? Here's the bottom. Okay, that's what it should look like. Now you only have these 2, and they're going to do the exact same thing, only we don't have to worry about getting these bottom things in, so it's actually going to be easier. The biggest thing you're going to have to watch is not bending your balloons. And if you do bend them, I will show you here at the end. So you're going to kind of slide these in real careful in between. And these 2 slits are going to go on the blue and purple. Okay. So you've got to get them lined up, and then you push them all the way. And then these little things that go over the side of the box are going to be the same thing. Okay, let's get those started. Okay, let's get this one in. I didn't push it back far enough. I don't have it in its little slot. There we go. Okay, now that one's all the way in. So this one, I just need to go in just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Do you see that? I'm going to show you the bottom. There's 2 slits here and 2 slits here. The blue one's going to go on this side. And then you're just going to put it in, and then it's going to go into the little slits at the top of the box. See? Okay. And then we're going to do the last one with the slits on the bottom. we're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to sneak it in between these other ones. And you're going to get it set in its slits. And then as you're coming down, kind of line up the ones with the box. And it gets easier the more pieces you get in here because it's easier to not get them, you know, out of whack because there's only so much room in here. Okay, so there's that side's done. Let me get that. There we go. Now, okay, you see this? Okay, that's what their bottom should look like. Should have a good grid there. And look at that. You're almost done. Now, if you bend one of your balloons while you're doing this, because I did when I was making it for my sister because I was doing it the first time, you can do it two different ways. If you have some pretty good dry clear glue like this, you can run, okay, let me show you here. You can run a thing of glue here and all the way up the balloon, and that'll stiffen it up. Or, which is what I did, I just cut out real thin, you know, that's the same width as these balloon strings, and just kind of did a splint. You know, I glued it down here and then glued it here, and it just made it a little stronger. Okay, so here's your last thing, and we're going to fold it also. Okay, all four of your sides. And this is going to kind of make it so you don't have, well, it's decided it didn't want to bend in the right spot. Okay, this is just, it's going to fit right over these things. Okay, they're going to go right in there. And this is going to be a little finicky. It's a little difficult. Now, you know that these two tabs are going to go in the slits that we did with the confetti pieces, okay? So this is your front. So you probably want to put the glue on back here, okay, in the back. So, you know, maybe it won't show. Okay, so this would be your front right here. So what it does is the same as we put these little tabs in here, we're going to do the exact same with this. Okay, so here, you're going to line it up. There we go. Let's get the purple one in. There we go, just like that. Okay, and here is one of the back sides. Now, the problem is these are really easy to pop out. So you might want to hold it right here to keep that one from popping out. And now we've got to get the blue and the yellow on. Hold on. It's hard for me to do this and hold it at the same time. Oh, here, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hold it here. There we go. I just need a little bit of stiffer spot. There we go. There's the blue coming through. And I need the yellow to come through. Get it lined up. There it is. And you're going to push it all the way in till it hits the stripe part of the box. Maybe. Well, I can see it. I just can't get it to poke through. Again, this is going to be a little fiddly. And if you don't care about this little trim around it, you don't have to put it on there. It's just decorative. So if you don't like it, then you don't have to put it on there. Okay, there. Now we've got our first one. Now we're going to go back to this other one. And like I said, it's really easy to bend your balloons while you're doing this, because I'm trying to be easy at the same time as, there we go. There we go. Okay, we're going to keep doing that all the way around. Go. And then here. And if you'd like, right now, you can go ahead and glue this. It's not going to fit on there super tight. Okay, and it'll help you get your last ones in there. There we go. Look at that. You're done. Now, when the card closes, it's going to close flat like this. So you kind of want to make sure, now that we've kind of fumbled it around and done with it, that none of your pieces are going to hang up on each other. Okay, there we go. And this one is going to buckle a little bit, but it's going to be in the back, so you're not going to be able to see it. Okay, so everything looks good. Okay. Now, before we glue this in, because we know we're done and we know we did a great job, let's go ahead and do the front. Okay, and I did this about, I don't know, 1/4 inch from the edge. I just want to give it a little more interest than just the plain balloon front. Now, if you want to do the Cricut and just leave it blank like this, go for it. But I thought this might make a little more fun. Okay, there we go. And here is the happy birthday. Let me show you, since we didn't really do the congrats. Here is the outline. See how this has a white outline? I made them white just so you can see where the congrats would go, just like that. Okay, if you're doing the congrats. And so here, let's go ahead and put the happy birthday in here. And then all we got to do is slide our box of balloons into the slots in there, and we're done. Look how quick and easy this is. You have done a good job. Just like that. Okay. Then we're going to open it back up, and these 2 slots are going to go into these 2. Okay. So let's do one at a time. Of course, if this is going to be too hard for you, you can go ahead and slide them and glue them in, and then glue the big piece on there. Sometimes I find that harder. I'm only going to glue the bottom here. Okay. And then you've got to kind of move this so you get kind of a gap in your slot there, so you can get it started. Once you get it started, you're good to go. Okay. Hold on. There we go. Just like that. And then you're going to slide your slot in there. Slide your tab into the slot. If you need to make it flat so you can hold on to it better, no problem. You can do that. But as you can see, I'm getting a little bit of glue here and there. There we go. Okay. Okay, see that right there? You're going to slide it all the way into the fold. Okay. And then I'm going to sneak this in right in here. You don't have to do this, but I like having a little bit underneath. There we go. Make sure it's all the way to the fold like that. Now, bring it back up. And we're going to do the exact same thing over here. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of glue underneath here. And make a little gap so it will slide in. This one's going to be a little bit harder because you don't have as much give to get it started. Well, shoot. Last time this was really easy to do. Of course, again, not on camera. I'm going to put this in here and lift this up just a little bit. There we go. Just like that. Okay, yes, you're not going crazy. I have different fingernail polish on. I didn't realize until a few days after I finished this video that it had cut off just before it was finished. So I wanted to finish it up, but as you can see, I've redone my nails. Everything else is the same. So once you get your last tab in this slot right here, you're pretty much done. I put a little tiny bit of glue there, let it stay open overnight, and then boom, you're done. Just make sure that it folds really good. And look at that. Look what you made. You did such a great job. I'm very proud of you.